Hey, what's up, guys? So today I just wanted to talk about some realistic ways on how you can increase your income. So let's say, for example, your income right now is around $2,000 a month. I want to show you some realistic ways on how you can actually increase that to $5,000 a month. So, sometimes saving money on $2,000 a month is actually very tough. Like you got to pay for rent, you got to pay for groceries, tons of expenses you have to pay for, and $2,000 a month just won't cut it. You have to increase your income, so you have to find ways on how you can increase your income. Sometimes when you work overtime, you can increase your income, but it's not a long-term sustainable method. So what you need to do, number one, is increase your skills. So you can, some skills that pay more money, guys, are tech, coding, designing, data entry, IT, healthcare certificates, trades, even learning sales, because sales is commission based sometimes. If you can get a commission based job, and if you can grind out, because sometimes companies, they'll provide you with modules, and if you watch some of the modules and you watch some of the training, you can learn on how you can learn on how to become a better salesperson. You're going to learn on how to handle the objections, how to maneuver through people's needs and wants and what they don't want. You can help them, guide them, listen to them. You're going to learn how to talk to people when you learn the master the skill of sales. And when you master the skill of sales, you can carry, that's going to carry you through the rest of your life. So it doesn't matter if you want to go to a different sales company, you always have those skills. You can always learn how to sell, and when you learn sales, you're going to also learn what products sell. You're going to learn what people want and what they don't want. And when you learn what products sell and what products sell the most, you can then go and start your own side business and sell something very similar. So that's what these skills are going to do. Coding, design, data entry. These are all skills you can also do with freelancing. You can help people on, there's different websites like Fiverr, Upwork. You can do small designing for them, at a cheaper price. All different things you can do, and these are skills that are going to help you get to from $2,000 a month to 5,000, even more. What you want to do as well, beside your job right now, you want to add a side income stream. So you know things like Uber, DoorDash, online sales on eBay. Maybe you could do some small drop shipping, virtual assistants, tutoring, graphic design. These are some side income streams you could do. And then you want to eventually move into a performance based pay, right? So sales, real estate, commission work. They let your effort directly control your income, just like hourly pay, but it's performance based pay. So, you're doing work on the side, but it's performance based. It's not really a business just yet because you need to get your feet wet. You need to try out your skill in the market. You need to make sure that the market verifies your skill set. And then what you can do after you start collecting all that income is now you can create ownership assets. So, you can create an ebook, you can create a digital course, or you can even start a YouTube channel, or you can even get a small rental property with a friend. Sometimes it could be, you can check out some of the laws around your area or your state or your city, wherever it is. If you can rent an apartment, or you can rent, a upstairs house or a downstairs house or something like that, or the basement or the upstairs, if you can legally rent it and then sublease it to somebody else for a little bit of a higher price, all you have to do is maybe fix up the place a little bit, maybe add a few different, some furniture in there, and you could sublease it out to somebody else who can pay an extra 500 a month, and you're paying the owner of the house a certain amount, and then they're paying you a certain amount, and you're making sure that it's up to date and everything's good. That's the way of real estate. You don't have to just purchase a house outright, but you have to look at the laws into that. Creating an ebook and digital course on how you're earning certain amount of income, that's another great way as well to create an ownership asset, something that's going to pay you for months and months to come, years and years to come, without you even moving a muscle. These are digital assets. And you also want to be very ruthless with your money flow. So when you're trying to jump from $2,000 to $5,000, cutting expenses is not enough. You have to earn more, but you also have to manage your money so you can invest back into your skill set and your business. So spend less on liabilities. Sometimes you might not need a new phone. Sometimes you might not always need a car upgrade. Spend more on your assets, spend more on courses, spend more on tools, spend more on investments. These are things that will help you jump from your income from $2,000 to $5,000, guys. So, jumping to that amount of money it's not a magic job. It's not going to happen overnight. It might not even happen in a year. You might have to wait a couple of years, a few years, but eventually it will happen. So upgrade your skill set. After you upgrade your skill set, add a little side hustle, and then try to move into some performance based work, peer to peer work, and then start getting some assets. So if you do this for 12 to 24 months, you just stay on the course continuously, just trying to build your skill set up, and then building that side income, and then getting some ownership and some assets. After 24 months, $5,000 is definitely possible. So just continue to do that, guys. Let us know in the comments if you have any advice for anyone else who's also trying to earn more. And if you like this video, subscribe, like, comment. I'll see you guys next time.